Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to change your joysticks in your AYANEO 2. So maybe your joystick stopped working and AYANEO sent you a replacement. I'll show you how to get this fixed. So first off, the tools we're going to need is a 000 Phillips screwdriver, a Jimmy flexible blade, guitar pick, and a plastic pry tool. Before we get started, let's do a quick overview. So we need to remove both the LT and RT trigger caps, as well as the two side covers so we can access a total of 4 screws. Step 1 is we need to remove the side covers. So the tools you're going to need is the flexible Jimmy blade as well as a pick. And then our second step is going to be to remove the trigger caps. So for the side covers, you're just going to want to wedge the flexible blade in there and just gently pry up. Make sure you don't damage the sides. So let's do that to both sides here. Sometimes a pick can help to pull it out. And you'll see that there's 2 screws under both sides. Next, we're going to need to lift up the trigger caps, so be gentle, make sure you don't damage them, but you just need to pull straight up. And when you look underneath, it'll expose 2 different screws, the same on both sides. Step 3, we're going to remove 2 screws on the triggers, and step 4, there's going to be 4 screws on the sides. So first, let's take care of the triggers. It's best to use a magnetic screwdriver so they don't fall in. Now we can move on to the screws on the side, so there's 2 on the left side and 2 on the right. So just take these out and set them aside where they won't get lost. Now we can move on to the fun part of prying the system apart. So this can be a little bit difficult. The system is actually pretty tight. So you want to take your pry tool and start in the corner near the trigger. And whenever you can get a little gap, you just want to slowly pry at it. And then you can slide along your guitar pick. Be careful though, sometimes these clips can break. I actually had one get slightly damaged on taking this apart. So just keep going. It looks like I'm just amazing here and I can do this super fast. But to save time, I actually cut out a lot of videos, so just keep going. Make sure that you don't rush this process. Once you've unclipped everything, you can go ahead and put the back cover aside. Now we need to unclip the ribbon cable on the joystick module, and then we also need to take out the 4 screws. So we're going to go ahead and take this ribbon cable out. I recommend using the pry tool to lift it up, and then if you have a pair of tweezers or needle nose pliers, you can remove it a little bit easier. So let's just take out these 4 screws and set them aside. Now that we've got the screws and the ribbon cable out, we can go ahead and remove the cap and the dome from the joystick. So we're going to first pull up on the cap and just lift it off. And then we're going to hold onto the dome so that we can lift the module off of it. We're going to leave the dome in there. So this is what the replacement kit looks like. You're going to get modules that look just like the one we took out. So we're going to go ahead and put our replacement module in. To do that, take a look at the shape of the stick and make sure that you line it up with the dome. So when you're lining it up, make sure to hold on to the dome and rotate it however you need to, and then you just need to press it in to click it in. So let's press this in now and just make sure that everything's good. So if we spin it around, it looks like it's seated properly. Now we can go ahead and add our 4 screws back in. And once we've put the screws in, we should be able to just put the ribbon cable back in. So for the ribbon cable, make sure that you lift up that clip again. Take your pliers and put the ribbon cable in and then press it back down. Now the last thing is we need to add this cap back on. So just line it up and then you just need to press in. And then your joystick looks like it should be good to go. So now you've finished with the joystick, but you need to reassemble your device. So I've included a tutorial for that. So you just need to line up the back cover. And then what you need to do is you need to go around and you just need to click it in. Now, just like the other one, I did clip out some video. It took a little bit of time to get some of the clips to line up. So just go around and don't force anything. Just make sure that you have it lined up the best you can so that nothing breaks. And once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and put the trigger screws in. So there's 2 at the top. So we're going to put those 2 on both sides. And now we can move on to the side and of course put our 4 screws in. There's 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Make sure you don't over tighten it so you don't strip anything. And then all we need to do is put our little covers back in, so just line them up and they should slide right back in. For the triggers, it's pretty easy. Just line them up and then press down and then they should be good. And once that's done, now you've put your device back together. So now what we need to do is actually calibrate and test it. So we're going to go to gamepadtester.com first. So it's a website where you can test your gamepad to see how it's working. Once you've gotten to the site, press any button so it recognizes your joystick. And now what we're going to do is we're going to press RB, LB, left D-pad, and the B button all together until the device vibrates. Once it vibrates, you're going to spin the joysticks together at least 5 times. I'm doing them in the same direction. I'm not sure that that matters though. Once you've done that, we're going to click Test Circularity, And we're going to spin the joysticks around. You should expect after a few turns to get 0.5%. And it looks like it passed. Congratulations, you just replaced your joysticks. And that's going to do it for today's quick fix. If this was helpful, leave me a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more content, and of course, thank you for watching.